Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. And here today we've got the last of the Nissan DLC. We've got the Nissan Fairlady Z S30, and this was, even though it was an auction find, it's in rough shape. Not much for left. Yeah. But we're gonna make her pretty again. That much we can be sure of. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? Right. So let's get the frame done first. I'll clean this car, a lot of this car right up. Ooh, I actually kind of like that gold color. We may actually keep that on there. Oh, hang on. I gotta uh, pause the recording for something. One moment. All right, there. Sorry about that. I had to go check on something. Anywho, let's get the body apart here, shall we? And there ain't much left of it, so. Oh, sorry. Cat's trying to get my attention again. Love her to death, but man, she annoys the heck out of me. Yes, yes, I know, you want attention. Get the license plate off, because we know we're going to have to get rid of that. Should be, yeah, 1%. There we go. So the frame's at 100%. It's already looking much better. Alright, so I don't know if we're going to be able to fix much of this, but we're going to try. Nope. Not a single piece. It's all trash. Get rid of it all. Buy all new parts. And it's everything in the back but the license plate. Not surprised in the slightest that none of this stuff was salvageable or fixable in any way. Yeah. So let's go over to here. Let's try this place first and see if we can find what we need. Okay. Tail light. Brand new trunk. Got the other tail light. Tiny rear bumper. Okay, got our first body window. Brand new door. Nice clean windshield. Right fender. Brand new shiny hood. Front bumper. Front left fender. At the other door. And the other body window. Put all this on there. All right, we'll do that in the next. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's everything from round one. So we'll get that front window, side mirror, headlight. Same for the other side. And the trunk window. I think we're good to go. just get these real quick. And one more. Cool. Cat's trying to get me to play with her. Alright. Looks like most of the stuff's there. We just need to get some custom plates front and back. We'll take care of that now. They went too far. There we go. Custom plates. Okay, we want two because we want the front and back. Go. There we go. Okay, body and frame are 100% now. Oh, right, we need to put it in there. Okay, that's what we needed to do. Okay, do that. And go to disassembly mode. Yank these old seats out because we're not going to need them. We're going to get all new stuff since these are definitely not fixable. Even if the interior pieces were fixable, those would be too far gone. Alright, let's go to the interior shop. Right. I like that steering wheel. Right. We'll put everything back in. Go here and check the car. Alright. So body frame and interior are all 100% now. Come on. There we go. Alright. So now we got all that. We would go to paint, but I want to get the rims done first. I usually like, or the tires and rims. I usually like to try to get those knocked out before we get too far down the process. I might actually keep that same color. Actually, the more I'm looking at it, it's like I wasn't too sure because it was kind of like almost like a canary yellow with the way the paint was all faded out. But I'm actually starting to like the look. Might try to see if we could throw a metallic or something on it, or maybe just keep it with the same paint style. These rims are definitely not gonna... I don't think we're gonna be able to save any of these, but we can at least mark them and buy new ones. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we should have one more. Yes, we do. Okay, dokie. Let's get them separated, and then we'll probably end up having to replace every oh, yes. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I can... Hang on. Nope. That's what I wanted to do. Sell... Wait, no, hang on. Hang on. $195.70. Does this really only use one tire size? Oh, thank God. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Rather than trying to separate all of these, we're going to Just sell the stuff and buy all new. Because the tires, we'd have to do that anyway. And these rims are too far gone to try to fix. So, off they go. Oh, wait, I thought you could sell those. Never mind, I guess you gotta take them apart anyway. I was trying to save myself a few steps, but apparently you can't sell it till you separate everything out, which I suppose makes some sense. Oh well. I'm gonna go through this the hard way anyway. Wait. Tried to be efficient. Sometimes that doesn't pay. Alright. At least we got the numbers we needed. So we can go over to the rim shop and get ourselves 4 new rims. For the 14-inch variety, because apparently this thing has tiny tires on it. Okay. So now off to the tire shop. Hang on. 195.70. 95.70. Need 4. Okay, just to verify. 195.70 R14. 195.70 R14. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. I'll go ahead and get that off the shopping list. So that's what the color of the rims are supposed to be. He's over there murping at me, trying to get me to pay attention to her. The cat that was in the previous video. He's starving for attention. What? Hush. Okay. One more, apparently. Okay. So let's get these back on there. Doesn't matter which one's which because they're all the same size. I'm just putting these on so I can get it rolling on its own. Again. Just gonna have to take them off anyway when I redo the suspension, which won't be till much later in the recording. So, right. Oh. Forgot to put that back. Alright, let's get you over to paint. Like I said, I think I'm just going to leave the stock color. So let's take a gander over here. We'll use that. It's a gloss. So Seems a bit bright. See if we can fix that. Too much like the previous car. Yeah, pearl coat might work. Do that. Leave it at that for now. I think I can live with this. I didn't even check to see if there were any liveries for this, but if it's anything like the previous ones, yep, there's none. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. They don't seem to be big on liveries for the Nissans. Not sure why. But yeah, it's a pretty car. Don't do too many yellow cars though, so this is a rare exception for me. But, you know, I dig the factory color. I mean, in a good condition, it looks great, you know. Or when the vehicle's in good condition, it looks great. But when we first brought it in, it didn't. But anyway. Alright, so... Okay, we're going to need to get you back up in the air. Because we need to get the gearbox off that engine. Even though that engine is probably going to have to get thrown out. That's gonna have to come off. Oil pan's on, so we may or may not have oil in it. Eh, had a hint of oil. I don't think we have any other fluids up there, but let's pop this thing back down and take a look. Alright. Washer fluid reservoir's empty. That's got a hint of something in it. Yeah, just a little bit in it. That actually had some in it. I thought it looked empty, but never be too careful. Right, this car's old enough to probably doesn't have power steering. Okay. So we got you, got you, got you, and got you. Right. Gearbox is off, exhaust is gone. We are missing lava peat. We are missing some rubber bushings. Yeah, we're going to need to either go ahead and get those now. I mean, we can. Here, I was thinking the suspension was parts complete, but no. Before we get the engine out, we're taking a little bit of a detour. Okay, I'm just going to slap these in real quick. Couldn't take but a minute. Gonna take a quick look around, see if there's anything else that's missing. Doesn't look like it, at least not from the front. Okay, you look like you got most of your stuff. So do you. Okay. I think we're okay. Can't be too careful with the bushings. Alright, let's get that engine out. Okie dokie. Alright, out comes the engine. We'll deal with the rest of that rusted out monstrosity when we get back. Alright, let's get that on the engine stand. I can already tell you right now, I mean, we're going to sell most of this stuff, but that engine block and probably the crankshaft are not going to probably be savable, but we'll see what happens. Ah, that's a crunchy looking air filter. Interesting they have it like side mounted like that. Of course, given it's a, you know, looks like a dual carb setup. Probably why. Apologies for the stuff going on in the last video. I know this one's kind of not much better, but apparently when I recently updated OBS, they all of a sudden decided, since I had my recording output settings the same as my video recording settings, that I couldn't for some reason pause the recording anymore. Which caused a bit of a kerfluffle because, like I said, I had the kitty causing trouble. Same one that's over there whinging at me now, trying to get me to pay attention to her. I kept looking over at my OBS window and was like, wait a minute, where's the pause button? And I don't know when they changed it, or maybe I just finally updated to a more recent version that they made that change, but what's even more messed up is I tell it not to use the same settings, but I'd set them to the same thing. Even though I tell it not to use the same for both. And that's fine. Yeah, I'll get the pause button again. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Hey. Yeah, all the stuff we're pulling off this engine's just... yeah. Tetanus everywhere. And we're gonna have to get... ooh, it's an inline 6. I don't see too many of those. And get all that off there. I need to get the engine head cover off, apparently. Usually when you see these inline 6s, they tend to be fairly... at least most of the ones I've driven that had inline 6s have been fairly, you know, tanky engines. Alright, how do we want to... okay, we gotta get that shoe off to get that off first. Okay, gotcha. Alright, off comes the engine block. And I'm going to pause the recording briefly. I gotta go take care of something again. Wink, wink. Alright, back to it. Had to let the cat out. You finally got the hint that I wasn't gonna be giving her any kind of pettings or anything. So she promptly wanted out. I was more than happy to oblige. Of course, you know cats, they probably want it right back in within about 15 minutes, maybe. That's the fun of pet ownership, everybody. Come on. The interesting looking rocker arms. Got a couple more left. Alright, now I can take the head off. Okay. Looking good. Get it on its side, and we'll pop this off. Maybe. There we go. Right on. Okay. Oh. What? Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, why can't I take the rod cap off? It's because I'm trying to apparently click on the wrong thing. I have a feeling this video might be a little bit longer than most. But, you know, makes for good content. If we're in good shape, this would be a lot quicker build. Or restoration, I should say. I'll be slow going. Could be worse, I suppose. We could have every bolt on this damn thing be rusted. Whew. That was a trip. Alright. 5 pages of parts, and not a single one is repairable. Oh boy, that's bad. All right, that's oh dear, that's a first, but easily worked around. Oh Lord. Wouldn't be that surprised. There we go. Let's get rid of the rest of this, shall we? Holy crap. Like, none of it, the gearbox, and none of this stuff is fixable. Like, at all. Not even the starter. I've never had that happen on a build before. I've come close a few times. But, Jesus. None of this is fixable. Alright. Nuke them all, and guess we'll figure this stuff out later. Buy all new things, including the gearbox and starter. Really will be a ground up or frame up, whatever you want to call it, frame up restoration. You know, it's going to be a total restoration. Like, seriously. Anyway, we now have a clean slate to work from, so let's do it. Okay, flywheel, fuel filter, oil filter. Anything up top? Nope. So 6 pistons with Conrod. Like we need 1, 2, 3, 5 crankshaft bearing caps. We're going to the performance shop. I mean, we've had a few where like either the engine block or the crankshaft were not salvageable. Or if both of them were out, at least we still had like the exhaust part that we took out. And then maybe the at least the gearbox and the starter were fixable. If not, well, because the exhaust part, we ended up replacing it with a aftermarket part, so I guess that doesn't really count. But yeah, that's the first we've never really had like zero repairable stuff. Why did I think that was a performance part? Right, because I'm not paying attention. Okay. So those are two standard. Both of those are standard, I should say. An oil filter. 5 crankshaft bearing caps. And clear search. Clear the shopping list. Rod cap. There we go. 6 of those. I'm going to need piston rings. It should take just the regular standard piston rings, but we'll find out here in a minute. Okay. Let's get going. Yep, standard parts all the way. Okay, good. We'll work our way back up the middle. Come on, there we go. Been good. Nice. Okay, inventory is empty. Let's do the next round. Clutch plate, oil pan, and a massive engine head. That's a standard part. At least it should be. It is. Okay. I've yet to see one as a performance part, so I don't know why I clicked that. Other than just the fact that I'm tired. Okay. Brand new oil pan. Go. That on so we can write the engine. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Look how shiny and colorful it is. I wonder if we'll get some decent horsepower numbers out of this one. Okay, timing cover. Exhaust manifold. Like I need a clutch pressure plate. Got 5 of camshaft caps, and we're going to need 16. Oh, no, 12. God damn it. I used to be able to count, I swear. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 12 of those because 2 per cylinder. Okay, we got the spark plugs. Okay, let's go over to the tune-up shop. Timing cover should be a standard part. It is. Exhaust manifold. Got you. Bam. Right. Clutch pressure plate, if I could speak correctly. Those are standard parts. Yes, they are. Rocker arms are too. It's worth a check. Like spark plugs are going to be the other performance part. Okay. Go back over here. Get the remainder of stuff on our list. 5 and 12 rocker arms. Okay. That on first. The hell I don't. Oh wait. Never mind. I was thinking of the exhaust manifold. I was like, nope. Getting ahead of myself again. Interesting how they put the exhaust and the intake on both sides. But I suppose it makes sense to them. I'd mark that and mark that, so that way we have those two already on the list. Right. All these rocker arms installed. Cool. Like we got a camshaft we can put in. I think, because I already got that, got that. Alright, let's go. That was a standard part, I shouldn't have clicked that. That's okay. And aftermarket camshaft. You go to standard part shop and we'll get that last thing on our list. Bam. For you one. You. Perfect. And you. Inventory's empty, so let's go ahead and make another list. Clutch parts are all done. So we'll need cam gear, carburetor. I think it. Alright. %3 increase. Nice. Alright, let's go over here. Let's get our cam gear. Throw that on real quick. Okay, good to go there. Timing chain, air filter base. Now looking around, making sure we're not missing anything else. Why I came over here, I just assumed I needed some performance parts, but no. Both of these are standard. Or I should say, you know, normal parts, not aftermarket. Come on, come on, get on there. Get there. Okay, timing shoe, head cover, and a brand new air filter. Now the air filter I know is a performance part. Let's see. My part. I don't think the head cover yet. Head covers are generally not considered a performance part. Same with the shoes. Cool. So we need air filter cover, right? Okay. And a timing cover. I think that's it on this round. No. Okay, so yeah, we'll get that here. Get the timing cover as well. Okay. It's like we're down to just the distribute that we gotta get still got to get the distributor and the wires for it, but we'll get to this first. Actually, we're buying it, just the initial part of it. Let's see. No. I think the rest of this is all standard parts. Okay, we'll get that on there. Okay. Alternator, water pump, and distributor. No, at least one of these is a performance part, so we'll go there. Actually, two of them are. We'll go over to the regular parts shop and get the water pump pulley. Distributor cap and serpentine belt. Slip that belt on. Distributor cap, which we're going to need 2 clip V's, ignition wires, get our radiator fan, and I think that might complete the setup. Right. Come on. Get in there. Come on, get. Yeah, sometimes you gotta like thread the needle with the trying to get the part put in. Alright, so looks like we've got everything. Yeah, we should be good now. I think. Not, we'll find out soon enough. I mean, dude, you compare that to how it looked when we started and how it looks now. I mean, it looks so much better. This is an automotive work of art. Cool. So now we're going to take care of everything else that's in here. Nope. Trying to hit the radiator, not the cap. There we go. Oh, I didn't want it back clean out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mark these because these are not fixable. We'll just replace them outright. This should be a theme for the night. Not a damn thing is repairable. I mean, you saw the condition numbers when we started. I really shouldn't be surprised in the slightest. I don't even know if I could fix the battery with this thing. Oh, maybe I can. If only you could do that in real life. Take a battery that's almost completely flat and resurrect it like that. Okay, so the fuses are already marked. I need the fuse box along with everything else. Boop. Alright, let's go buy stuff. I'm gonna do the electrical first. Let's see, relay B. How many do we need? Just one? Okay. Relay type C. 2 fuse type A's. Medium fuse type B. Fuse type C. 3 relay type A's. Done. Fuse box base. And the accompanying lid. No ECUs to be found on this bad boy. That's for damn sure. Alright, rest of this is going to go here. Okay, brake servo. Got you. Brand spanking new radiator. And washer reservoir. Okay, game. Work with me here. I'm surprised we were able we were able to save that battery. There's never cease. Oh, we didn't want to go there. We want to go here. No, not even there. I'm not draining it. Filling it now. Okay, that's everything in the engine compartment, or at least it should be. Let's double check. We're gonna have to get the gearbox and that initial part of the exhaust taken care of, as well as the starter. I'll do that here in a minute. I'm going to do a quick pass here, make sure we're not missing anything else. Doesn't look like it. Down we go. Or I guess up we go. Technically. Here. That and that. I'm willing to bet good money that that starter is going to be, because there's only like there's only a handful of starters. Get the standard gearbox, and we'll get that first part of the exhaust from the aftermarket shop, and then electrical starter. Not a V8, so narrows it down. There. Had this car not been a total bucket of rust, we would have I should probably go ahead and buy the drive shaft. This is where we would have normally been, and we would have just continued on. But anyway, more fun, right? I mean, it seriously is. Rid of all of those, now that we marked them. Up here, mark these two and take them out. Alright. We'll deal with the suspension here in a bit. That's its own can of worms. Yeah, looking good though. I mean, shit, look at the parts conditions already at 62. It was like, what, high single digits when we started? So, hey. Progress. Okay, what do we have on the list so far? Okay, so everything's been marked. Yes, it has. I think so. We're just going to get rid of all this. Buy all new stuff. New catalytic converter. Fuel pump, because that's aftermarket. Fuel tank's a standard part. Drive shaft's a standard part. Rear muffler. And middle muffler, aka the resonator. Okay. Here. That, although we're not putting it in until after the front and rear suspension, or at least the rear suspension's rebuilt. So let's clear the list. Back up in you. Okay. Fuel pump in. Muffler put back, or the exhaust system put back together. All right. Fuel system and exhaust are done. Cool. Alrighty. Not bad at all. So, at this point, all we should have left to do is the front and rear suspension. So to do that, we're going to get these tires back off. Alright, since we're down here, I will go ahead and start taking this apart, and then we'll do the same for the rear suspension. Interesting, they got the tie rod on this side of it. Come on. I have a feeling most of this is not going to be um, fixable either, but we'll give it a try and get to that part. Now we just got to get this all apart very carefully. Come on. There you go. Right. Rest of this torn apart. Okay. Now we do the same thing for the back. Get off there. Thank you. Been a while since we've seen leaf springs. Get off there. Thank you. Almost there. Right. So, any bets on whether or not any of this is going to be able to be repaired? I wouldn't hold your breath, and also wouldn't take bets on that, actually, on second thought. Just saying. I don't even think we need the... Yep. And, of course. Was anybody surprised by that result? I wasn't. Right. Aside from the stuff we bought fresh, it's, yeah, not a single one of these. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna have a fairly lengthy uh, shopping list here, so let's get to it. Two. What the f... Why did it... I swear, I gotta buy a new mouse. I really do. That one wasn't me this time. I'm leaving that one in. I've worn this mouse down to a nub, man. It's just, I love Corsair stuff, but it's got a shelf life. Okay. Right. We're gonna have a lot to buy. Yeah. Okay. Two brake discs ventilated. Good. These spring plates. Two solid rear axles. Two sway bar end links. 7 rubber bushings. 7. There we go. Got your wheel hub bearings. 2 shock caps. Got your U-bolts. 2 rear shock caps. 2 wheel hub caps. Wheel hubs. 2 front shocks. 2 brake drums. There we go. 2 outer tie rods. Okay. 2 control arms. 2 new brake cylinders. 2 lower suspension arms. 2 brake caliper cylinders. 2 front steering knuckles. Okay, a couple of spring caps. Got your inner tie rods. 2 rear shocks. 2 front axle covers. Couple of new brake pads. Well, 2 sets anyway. Okay, 2 brake shoes. Okay, steering rack. Couple brake calipers. Couple of front springs. Front sway bar. 2 rear springs. Couple of front wheel hubs. 2 knuckle housings. Good. Front cross member. And rear drive axle. Man, literal ship of Theseus stuff going on here. Like, at what point is this a whole brand new car? let's get that drive shaft on so we can get that out of our inventory finally. Right on. Okay. That is probably the first time I've had a car that literally had 0 fixable parts. Like all the way through. First time for everything, I guess. Like I said, I say it like it's a bad thing, but I mean, ultimately, it provides good content because, you know, we've had to do a more in-depth, in my opinion anyway, a more in-depth restoration. And it's looking really good. Let's take care of the other side. Okay, looking good so far. Definitely one of the more involved cars I've had to work on. Making sure everything's there. Looks like we're in business. Putting her together piece by piece. Might as well go ahead and get this side put together since we're over here. I know it's not quite the ship of Theseus thing because basically the chassis of the car, or the frame of the car, was like the only original part. Like everything else got replaced. Literally everything. I mean, most of it gets replaced anyway, but we were able to at least, you know, save the, well, you know what I mean. The only thing we were able to save is the one part you have to have, otherwise you wouldn't really have a car to work on. So, yeah. Anyway, I was trying to make a joke there, but it wasn't landing very well. Alright, let's get the rest of this put together, shall we? Hard to make jokes when you're tired. At least ones that make sense. Check our inventory. Inventory's empty. Check the car. We're 100% on everything. Good job, everybody. That was a slog, wasn't it? A good slog, though. Well, pardon me. Alright, let's go to the alignment rack here. We could do the actual test path, but I'm not going to bother. We're just going to do the headlights and the wheels. Okay. Good enough. There we go. Now we can take it over to the dyno room, see what our numbers look like. Right, so 163 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque. Don't expect miracles. Nice sound of the engine. A respectable 239 horsepower. 77 horsepower gain for a 47% increase and 207 pound-feet of torque. So a gain of 61, which is a 42% increase respectively. Hey, not bad considering what we were working with. Alright, let's get you out front because we want to get some pictures. And then we'll take it over to the V-Truck. See what kind of numbers we get out of it on there, and then we'll talk numbers. Okay, that one's going to be a thumbnail for the video, which you will already have seen by the time you get to this point. This one's going on Discord. There we go. Shit, and I just realized I got in the wrong side again because I'm a dumbass American who drives left-hand drive cars. Go. I'm digging the dash layout. And that fake wood grain is I'm a sucker for when it comes to especially older cars. Alright, everybody strapped in? I don't expect any record-breaking speeds, but we'll see. Oh, we broke 100. And 20. 130. 140. Come on, baby, go. 145. 150. Nice. Oh, we about rolled it. Nice. 151 miles per hour. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, we're not exactly expecting, you know, supercar performance out of this vehicle. I'd say it did pretty darn good considering. Come on. Took a while to load there. Okay. So, let's talk numbers, shall we? Everything looks good there. So we bought this thing for $4,300. And even that was probably too much. Condition bonus, performance, parts, and body value. You can see how all that factors in. We're selling it for just a shade over 83,000 for a profit of 78,669. I'd say that's a pretty good return on investment. But then again, we did start with an absolute rust bucket. We replaced everything. There wasn't a single fixable part on the damn thing. But man, she turned out great. Alright. So let's get rid of the car, sell it, make a nice little chunk of change off of it, and let's move some stuff around. This is going to be our filler car episode, which is going to be the next episode. Valenti Clope, I'm going to call it that. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation or not, and right now I don't really care. But this is going to be our filler episode between the Nissan DLC, which we just finished, and the Mazda DLC, which is both cars are sitting right here. Got the RX-3, which we're going to move into Bay 2 because that's 2 episodes out. And no, we're not keeping the green paint job. And then we have the RX-7. That's getting moved to position 2 because that's 3 episodes out. We may or may not keep the racing paint job. I kind of like it because it's a racing car, or people love to take these out on the track. At least out here they do. But yeah, let's pull another one out of storage. So it looks like we're gonna do another filler episode, so we'll need to grab something from down here. We don't want to do, well, because we're doing RX-7, we'll keep this one for later. And this one's going to be the last one we do, so we'll probably go ahead and do this one. This one's a fun build. I've done a few of these before, and they usually sell for a decent amount of money. And yeah, this is a nice car. So we'll get that out here. Onto the, oh dear. Yeah, like I said, it's mostly parts complete. It's ignition, you know, we're looking at front license plates nearly intact, but everything else is around the mid 70s down into the 60s. It's going to be another one of those breathe on it, put some performance parts in it, put it back together, and give it a much better paint job. Good lord. We'll probably do the silver with the stripes. That's what I usually end up doing with this. Think like think the styling of like the Mustang from the Nicolas Cage version of Gone in 60 Seconds. You know, Eleanor had kind of a dark gray with the stripes on it. Yeah, that kind of paint job, I think, is what we're probably going to do with this eventually. So, let's get that over here, because that's 4 episodes out. And then, probably after this filler car, we're going to go right into probably the drag race DLC cars. So yeah, that's your glimpse of the future. And let's close up shop here. Holy heck, that thing's in bad shape. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. By the way, like I said, we were up over the 5,000 view mark the other day. thank you guys for that. You guys have been doing pretty damn well with that stuff, and I thank everybody for, sticking with this stuff. Like I said, we're over 50 episodes in and counting, and we've got, a bunch more left to go, but we are going to start winding this down eventually. Once we get through all the DLCs, that'll be it for the most part. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get alerts on any videos or streams that happen on this channel. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.